Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. In their many cases of crime and punishment, law enforcement agencies frequently encounter unusual types of criminals. On June 1st, 2 of the most daring lawbreakers were working at the small Wells Airport, along with other inmates of the State Honor Farm.
I sure would like to get my hands on one of those things again.
Why, you know how to handle one?
Well, yeah, since I was 16, my old man got me a special permit to fly his.
Hey, kid, how'd you like to be back with your folks again on the ranch?
How'd you like a date with Miss America?
Got the clown, and I'm serious. Look. You and I could be in that plane and out of here before anybody could stop us.
You're crazy.
Am I? Well, think about it, kid. Who's gonna stop us?
The guard.
I'll take care of him. The rest is up to you.
I sure would like to get my hands on that thing.
You're going to. When I get near the guards, you make a beeline for the plane.
Hey, you!
Yes, that's right. About 5 minutes ago. The pilot says the plane holds 18 gallons of gas. He had less than half a tank, about 7.5 gallons. Yes, that's right.
Okay, Warden, I got that. How many air miles per gallon? What's the cruising speed?
Just a minute. He wants to know how many air miles to the gallon and what the cruising speed is.
About 4 to 5 gallons an hour, and it cruises about 100 miles an hour.
The pilot reports he uses an average of 4 to 5 gallons an hour, and the plane cruises approximately 100 miles per hour.
That gives him a radius of about 155 miles. Let me have a rundown on Packer and Belmont, will you?
One moment. James T. Packer, age 41, height 5 feet 6, weight 145. Hair starting to gray, slightly bald, brown eyes. Identifying scars or marks, scar on left forearm, serving life, second-degree murder.
How about Belmont?
William Billy Belmont, age 22, height 5 feet 8, weight 125, black hair, blue eyes, scars, 2 center forehead, 1 left cheek. Serving 9 months on grand theft auto charge, first offense. Up until the time of his arrest, Belmont lived on a ranch with his parents about 150 miles west of here.
150. Hold on a second, will you? Let's see, that's right near Tyree, isn't it?
That's right.
All right, we'll see what we can do, and thanks very much, Warden. Have Wood come in, will you? A couple of convicts escaped from a road gang. They stole themselves an air coupe. It's red and white. They got enough gas for 155 miles. They got to come down in this area.
Why this area?
Well, one of the suspects, a kid by the name of Belmont, he might be heading home. Lives with his family on a ranch at Tyree. I want a stakeout there.
Yes, sir.
Get me Civil Air Patrol, will you?
Yes?
Hello, this is Matthews. I'd like to talk to an air rescue officer.
This is Captain George Bruce speaking. Civil Air Patrol Squadron Commander. Go ahead, Mr. Matthews.
Have you got anything on that stolen air coupe, the red and white one? It's license Nora 3883 Henry.
Yes, we have.
All right, if it lands, notify us immediately, will you?
All right, I'll take care of it.
Thanks.
All units report negative, Mr. Matthews. No sign of the Air Coupe or Belmont or Packard.
What time was the plane stolen?
At 8:45.
8:45, huh? They've got to be down by now. Call Civil Air Patrol. Get me Bruce, will you?
What happened?
We crashed. Ran out of gasoline.
No, sir, we have no further report. I'm sorry, Mr. Matthews, but I don't believe we're going to be able to help you. We can't use Civil Air Patrol aid in the apprehension of criminals.
Well, at this point, I think you can. You see, the way we figure, that plane crashed someplace. Otherwise, one of our units would have reported it. It'll take 4 or 5 days for a searching party to find them. By then, they could both freeze to death or starve. What do you think?
In that case, I believe we can help you. We'll have planes over the search area within an hour.
All right, thanks very much, Captain Bruce. Call Highway Patrol helicopter. Have them meet us on Highway 17.
It'll be pretty rough picking out the suspects in that country. It's mostly mountains.
Yeah, I know.
Boy, now we're really in for it.
What'd you expect, a medal?
No, I just wanted to take it for a little ride.
Yeah, and add 10 years to your sentence.
What?
Look, kid, why don't you face the facts? We're convicts. We broke out of jail.
Well, why don't we just go back and give ourselves up? Maybe they'll go easy on us.
Go easy on an escaped killer who's armed?
Armed?
Yeah. Armed.
Where'd you get that?
Found it in the plane while I was dragging you out. All right, kid. We better get moving.
For Tyree, it's about 150 miles west of here.
Right.
This could be a wild goose chase, I don't know, but Belmont lives near Tyree. He might be heading for home.
Captain George Bruce, one of many CAP squadron commanders, had the smooth, well-oiled inner wheels of the CAP going. To CAP's 90,000 men, women, and teenage cadets, searching for some luckless overdue plane is a matter of routine. The search location was plotted on a map, and each pilot given a specific area to search. And minutes later, the pilots headed across the airstrip toward their planes. And even as the pilots were taking to their planes, revving up motors, or taxiing out on the airstrip, preparatory to take off, CAP Communications had already established contact with the acting law enforcement agency. Patrol Helicopter 2150. This is Black Bear 47, CAP Base Search Headquarters.
2150, bye.
Base Search Headquarters reporting 15 planes over search area. Have you any further information regarding possible whereabouts of missing aircraft? Over.
2150 to Black Bear 47. Negative.
Roger, 2150. This is Black Bear 47, out.
All right, we can slow down now. Take it easy.
They're gonna find the plane sooner or later, especially if they get the CAP out after the...
What's the CAP?
Civil Air Patrol.
By that time, we'll be long gone.
Yeah, where to?
To your house, sonny boy. We're gonna pay your folks a little visit.
Why mix them up in this?
Because their little boy's in trouble and they'd want to help.
I'm not gonna do it.
I think you are. All right, pick up your feet, sonny boy, and lead the way. You know this country.
We'll never make it. I know this country. We've got a long way to go, maybe 18 or 20 miles.
We gotta make it. We'll make it. We'll freeze to death if we stay out here all night.
It's a Civil Air Patrol searcher's plane. I told you they'd come in on it.
Shut up. Come on.
Black Bear 47 to Highway Patrol Helicopter. Have relay from White Bear 668.
That's one of the CAP searchers' planes.
2150, bye.
Possible sighting of wrecked aircraft, vicinity Marin Canyon. Landing impossible due to rugged terrain.
2150 to White Bear 668. We're returning to area immediately. Have you got enough fuel to circle till we arrive?
Roger. Black Bear 47, out.
It's a Highway Patrol helicopter.
One little shot, and I could sure put that chopper out of business.
Oh, yeah, sure, and bring every cop within 100 miles of here.
They're passing overhead. They must have given up.
Or found the plane. They're heading east.
There's a Civil Air Patrol search plane.
It's pretty tight down there. You think you can get in?
I'll sure give it a try. They found the pilot's gun, all right.
Figuring the time element, they gotta be around here someplace.
I'd say within a 5 or 6 mile radius.
Let's go. Let me have the mic, will you? 2150 to headquarters.
Headquarters. Bye.
Found stolen plane. Partly demolished. No sign of suspects. We'll continue search. Call CAP and thank them very much for their assistance, will you?
10-4.
What are you fellas doing standing down there? Why don't you come up here and have some grub? There you are, dig in. State honor for him, huh? Is that anything like the boy cubs?
Yeah, Pop, it's something like that.
Oh, I had a bunch of them wild devils come through here not long ago. Had to feed every last one of them.
Circle the area. We'll continue search. No sight of them so far. 10-4?
10-4.
So I told him, I says, I just don't want you around here anymore. I'll just take care of the whole thing all by myself. And that's exactly what I did. Hey, you fellas don't talk very much, do you?
What's in that tunnel, Pop?
In that tunnel? Gold. There's nuggets in there the size of your head. You fellas are too late, though, because I staked it out for myself.
How far back does it go?
Oh, I'd say about 100 yards. Empties into a kind of a basin on the other side.
These your samples, Pop?
Yeah, them for samples. I ain't had a chance to have them assayed yet, though.
But don't waste your time.
Hey, wait a minute. What are you doing? You're throwing my gold away.
Now listen, Pop, and get this straight. We're convicts, see? Killers. Now, that sounds like a chopper to me, the highway patrol helicopter. Now, if they spot that tent and come down here, you keep them away from the entrance to this tunnel, because Junior and I will be in there. We'll be right behind you. And whatever happens, you get it first.
Yeah, but what about my gold?
What gold? That pile of rocks? Just remember what I told you, Pop. Whatever happens, you get it first.
What do you make of that down there? Looks like a tent.
Let's go see. 2150 to headquarters.
Headquarters, by.
We spotted a campsite. We're going to take a look.
It is so gold.
What'd you say?
I say it is so gold. Every last one of them pieces.
Has there been anybody around here?
Anybody around here?
Yeah, we're with the highway patrol. A couple of convicts. We're looking for them.
Oh, no. There ain't been nobody around here. Leastwise, not for a long time.
What's in that tunnel?
More gold? A lot of old mining equipment.
Mind if I take a look?
Yeah, I do. You gotta have a search warrant or something.
Not in this case.
Hey, don't go in there, mister. There's two of them. One of them's got a gun.
Mind if we take a look at your tent?
Oh, no, sure not. Come on.
All right, never mind the tent. Is there another entrance to that tunnel?
Yeah, on the other side of the mountain. It empties into a kind of a basin.
You stay here. I'll try and cut him off.
Wait. Only two of them are in that chopper. One of them's still out there. Come on, let's try the other way.
what do we do now?
Nothing. Just wait.
Parker, Belmont. Both ends of the tunnel are covered. All we have to do is wait you out. Are you coming out or not?
The only way we're ever coming out is feet first, Copper.
We better give ourselves up. We haven't got a chance.
Belmont!
There'll be a landslide!
He made me do it. Honest, he did. I didn't want to go. I told him from the beginning.
Yeah, I bet he lifted you up bodily and put you on the plane, too, didn't he? All right, Parker. He only wounded your pal. We gotta get him to a hospital. You coming out or not?
I told you before, Copper, I'm not coming out. Why don't you come in and get me?
How's Belmont?
He's okay, just a flesh wound.
Well, all we can do is wait him out.
What are you trying to do?
Shut up! Get over here. Hey, Copper, you listening?
Go ahead!
I got company in here now. The old geezer from the other side. You want to hear him say something? Go ahead, say something to him.
Yeah, I'm in here, all right.
All right, Parker, don't make it any worse. Come on out.
I'm coming out, all right. I'm coming out shooting, using the old man for a shield. Either that or you get in that chopper and take off. What about it? My life or the old man's?
How's Belmont doing?
Well, is it a deal, Copper?
He's all right, just passed out.
But you got yourself a deal.
Now what?
Can you set me on top of that mountain?
I think so.
Well, once you drop me, move out right away.
All right, get moving. This way. All right, old man. This is your lucky day. Go on, get out of here. You see, punk, it doesn't pay to get too anxious.
No, it doesn't. Drop it. Get your hands on top of your head. Next week's Highway Patrol story is a very unusual one. I hope you'll be with us. Until then, remember, it isn't the car that kills, it's the driver. This is Bradley Crawford saying, see you next week.
Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. Highway Patrol's responsibility as a law enforcement agency extends to all vehicles on the state roads, even the cars that travel without touching the ground. These are the new cars, fresh from the factory, transported by carriers to specified distribution points. The drivers depend on the Highway Patrol to forewarn them of all danger elements along the truck routes. But unfortunately, the most dangerous element of all, the human one, is the most unpredictable.
Well, it's any minute now, if it's on schedule.
Maybe he's running on a new schedule. A new route, maybe.
You sound like you want it that way.
Maybe.
You're still worried, huh?
Aren't you?
Look, nothing's gonna go wrong. Nobody's gonna get hurt.
You're trying to convince me or yourself?
Brad, we've been through this 100 times. Does the company get hurt? No, they're insured. Does the insurance company get hurt? No, they've been collecting premiums from the company.
Yeah, I know, but what about the driver?
Well, he wakes up with a headache. We've had nothing but headaches for years, and those cars out there...
Here they come.
Well, it's up to you.
What are you doing making me decide? Making me responsible?
You scared?
Sure, aren't you?
There's not another car in sight, Red. It's gonna be easy.
What's the matter with you? You crazy or something?
Come on, come on. Nice work, kid. 3 cars, brand new. Each one of them worth at least $3 grand. That's more money than we'll see in a lifetime on that lousy farm.
Go on, get that monster out of here. I'll finish this.
Okay, I'll see you at the farm.
Right.
George W. Bennett. Chauffeur's license. Who found him?
A couple of kids who were hiking along the highway.
How is he?
He's dead. Fractured skull and shock. The ambulance attendant said it couldn't have happened more than 2 or 3 hours ago.
Well, I guess robbery wasn't the motive. Oh, Teamsters Union, hmm?
He was carrying papers from the Overland Carrier Company. We put in a call to them long distance.
And when they called back, find out why he didn't have a truck.
He had a truck. Somebody had one. There were skid marks on the road. Looked like they were made by a heavy vehicle. Probably a transporter. Sergeant Moore speaking. It's the Carrier Company.
I'll take it in the office.
You get it in there and then come out and help me with the carrier. Come on, let's make it fast. It's taking us too long already.
You know, this whole lousy farm isn't worth half what we got inside that barn.
Nothing could be worth anything if we don't ditch this carrier. Look, you drive it, and I'll follow you in the pickup.
You'd better. With 3 brand new cars in there, I just hate to have to walk back.
You feeling better, huh, kid?
Aren't you?
No, that'll be all the information we'll need for the moment. I would like to get a dispatcher's report from you, though, as soon as possible. No, we'll do the best we can. But thanks very much. That murder victim, what's his name?
Bennett.
Well, he was driving a carrier with 3 new cars on it, regular scheduled route.
Well, there's the motive. Somebody knew just when to expect him.
And maybe somebody else is waiting for other carriers and other routes. Here's the makes, engine number, and model. Get an APB on it right away.
You think it was a professional job?
Murder, hijacking, and grand theft, that takes talent.
What'll we do?
Go looking for talent.
Okay, now wipe fingerprints off the wheel and off the door.
Good idea. Think they'll ever find the carrier in this place?
Let them find it. It's cars we care about.
No, I never thought it'd be this easy.
We got plenty to do, boy.
It's a lot better than farming. Easier on the back.
Listen, we did this for one reason, to make money. Money for a new farm. We're farmers, not hijackers.
Sure, but everybody should have a hobby.
Judging from these skid marks, he must have stopped in an awful hurry.
Yeah.
Where'd they find the body?
In the weeds over there.
They sure picked a good spot. They could have shot him and nobody would have noticed.
Why didn't they? It would have been easier.
I think they're more interested in stealing cars than killing people.
Yeah, it's got a professional look to it, all right.
Whoever did this knew what he was doing and how to do it. 2150 to headquarters.
Come in, 2150.
The lab boys come up with anything on that hijacking yet?
Negative.
Call records. I want to run down on every hijacking case we've handled in the past 3 years. Tell them to make it fast. Come on, let's go.
Beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah, too beautiful. We gotta mess them up a little.
It's almost a crime doing something like that.
Get to work.
Tires first?
Yeah, take off the new ones, put on the used ones.
Give them that lived-in look, huh?
Yeah, I'll work on the tires. You pour some oil on the engines. Make them look like they got some miles on them.
What about the speedometers?
I'll worry about that after we get the heavy work done. Put some nicks and dents in the fenders and bumpers, too.
You know, I should apologize to you, Phil.
Why?
Well, for being so worried before. I never thought it'd be this much of a breeze.
Well, that breeze is going to turn into an ill wind if you don't get to work.
Work? This is a hobby. Hijacking for fun and profit.
Turn on one of the radios, will you? Put it on the news. See if that driver's told his story to anybody yet.
Good idea.
Hey, I said the news.
Hey, when are we going to run the ads, Phil?
What ads?
You know, low mileage, like new cars, sacrifice.
We got to make them look that way first.
Sorry, beautiful, but this is bigger than the both of us.
Any Anything on the APB?
Yeah, but no results. They've stopped 4 auto carriers, all carrying the wrong kind of cars.
Well, give them time.
With no leads to work on, Dan Matthews searched the files of past hijacking cases, hoping to find a clue, a hint, anything that might suggest the identity of the guilty parties. And in a ramshackle barn, only a stone's throw from the scene of the crime, Phil and Red Hogan worked right through the night, aging the factory-fresh cars.
Yeah, they look pretty good, don't they?
Low mileage like new cars. Sold at a sacrifice by heartbroken owners.
Let's get some breakfast. Hey, you better move up the mileage on the speedometers.
Oh, after breakfast. You keep driving me like this, I'll go back to farming.
You never left.
Ah, but I might. This sort of thing pays off faster and better.
Don't start getting ideas, little brother. We're farmers. That's our life.
Pop used to talk like that. He died broke, right here on this farm.
Yeah? Where do you want to die? In prison somewhere?
Wait a minute, Phil. Don't start talking like a scoutmaster to me. This was your idea.
Sure, my idea. Pull one job. Just one. So we can raise enough cash to get us a good farm, and then we quit.
One job. What's the difference if you break the law once or a dozen times? The way we do it, nobody gets hurt. You said so yourself.
And now the 8 a.m. edition of the news, brought to you as a regular public service feature of this station. On the local scene, residents of Marlborough County were shocked by the announcement of the alleged murder of a man identified as George W. Bennett, a driver for the Overland Carrier Company. 2 children found Bennett's body yesterday afternoon, lying just off the highway about 3 miles south of Capital City. Investigation by the Highway Patrol disclosed that Bennett had been driving an auto carrier bearing 3 late-model cars when the attack occurred. It is believed that he was the victim of hijackers who apparently halted his car.
They're talking about us.
Yeah.
What are we going to do, Phil? Phil? They want us for murder. We're not murderers.
He's dead.
Yeah, but we didn't.
That makes us murderers. We killed him.
But they don't know yet. They don't know it's us.
Hell no. We got a barn full of evidence.
Well, we fixed all that. We changed them, made them look different.
You want to take a chance on that? Do you? Look, it's one thing stealing cars. At the worst, you get caught, spend a few years in prison, but once murder. When you kill somebody...
What are we going to do, Phil?
Well, we got to get rid of them, Red. These cars, they'll drive us right into the death house.
While Red and Phil Hogan planned to dispose of the evidence that would incriminate them, the Highway Patrol received its first important lead. A passing motorist had discovered the abandoned auto carrier and reported it to headquarters.
Passing motorist reported it.
Yeah, I know.
What does it look like to you?
Just plain mud.
Road's as dry as dust.
Some straw mixed in with it.
Might have been driven through a barnyard.
Any farms around here?
2 or 3. Barnyard's always muddy.
To 2150. Yeah. $21.50 by.
The dispatcher's report just came in from the carrier company. You said you wanted to look it over.
Good, I'll be right in. Have the lab boys come out. I got something for them.
10-4.
Johnson. Tell the lab boys I want to report as soon as possible.
Right. Hey, hold it, Phil. We're crazy to be driving these cars in broad daylight. At least wait till it gets dark.
Yeah, and give the cops a whole day to move in on us. We're listed as killers in their book, Red.
Yeah, I know, but if we waited,
These cars are beginning to smell like the gas chamber. We got to get rid of them.
Well, I'll get one of the other cars.
No, you follow me in the pickup. Then we can get back here faster and get rid of the others.
Okay, okay.
What do you make of this?
Mud?
That's all?
That's all.
What about the stuff mixed with it?
A little bit of grass, maybe hay or weeds.
Lab men back yet?
No, but here's the dispatcher's report from that carrier company. Gives a complete rundown of the route taken by the carrier, time he left, speedometer reading at time of departure, and all the scheduled stops en route.
What's the speedometer reading?
12,740 miles out of what it left the factory yards.
That's one down, two to go.
I hope they don't find it.
I'll let them find it as long as they don't find us.
Headquarters to 4240.
4240, bye.
You still at the carrier?
Positive. The lab man left a few minutes ago.
Check the speedometer on it. I want the exact mileage.
10-4, stand by.
10-4. You check the wall map. Get me the exact mileage from the carrier's departure to where we found the skid marks on the road.
To headquarters.
Headquarters, bye.
Here's the speedometer reading on the carrier.
Okay, shoot.
12884. Repeat, 12884.
12884. Thanks, that's all for now.
10-4.
How you making out?
I got it. There's where the factory's located.
Oh, go on.
Here's where the crime was committed.
Let's see. At that point, the speedometer read 12740. How far is that from the factory?
124 miles.
Add that. Well, if the carrier had gone no further than the scene of the crime right here, speedometer would have read 12864. Where do we find the carrier?
Right here.
Well, at that point, the speedometer reading was 12884. That means the carrier was driven 20 miles from the scene of the crime. How far is it from here to here?
Just about 6 miles.
6 miles from the scene of the crime to where we found it, huh? The speedometer tells us it was driven 20 miles. A 6 from 20 leaves 14. We'll assume after the hijacking, the carrier was driven those 14 miles. You still with me?
Yeah, they drove the carrier someplace to unload the cars and then ditched it.
All right, let's make 2 circles with 14-mile diameters. Somewhere inside those 2 circles, we're going to find 3 stolen cars.
That's a pretty desolate area. Not many roads, just a few homes and farms.
Well, it narrows down. Send a unit out. Have them check all the farms, back roads, silos, barns, and... Barns. This is Matthews. Get me to the lab right away. Oh, I see. All right, thanks very much. Carrier went through a farm, all right. There was mud, alfalfa, and hay on the wheels. 4240 takes the first circle. You and I will cover the second one. Come on.
Phil, where can we take them? They don't have much gas.
Over a cliff in a lake anywhere. Just take them and leave them. Forget where they are.
What if we're seen walking back here?
Since when's it a crime to walk? I'll meet you right here.
Doesn't make any sense. It's a brand new car, but look at the tires.
Hundreds of miles on them.
The speedometer's got 4 4/10 miles on it. Boy, they sure did their best to make this one grow old and gracefully.
That's one way to camouflage them.
It's a real professional job, too. All right, let's work it out in geometry.
More circles?
Yeah, get your map out.
I got the circles already made. A is where the crime was committed, and B is where the carrier was found.
Where are we now?
Right here.
Let's see. Those cars were brand new. That one's been driven 4 4/10 miles.
And it ended up right here.
Yeah. Draw a circle, 4 4/10 miles in radius. If it crosses one of the bigger circles, that's where the car came from.
This one will have to be approximate. How's that?
Well, if there's a farm here or here, we're in business. You know this area better than we do. Any farms around here?
Well, this one's practically in the middle of the picnic grounds and the reservoir. I'd put my money on the other one.
All right, you call the lab men. Have them check the car for prints. Also check the mud on the tires. Maybe we'll find the same thing we have on the carrier. Let's go.
All that work, all night long, and we end up ditching the cars.
Yeah, well, if you want to go back and get them, go ahead.
That's funny. Real funny.
Look, we're clear. We got nothing to worry about. Not a shred of evidence against us.
I hope you're right. Phil, the tires.
What?
These tires are brand new. They'll be able to trace them.
Get them on a truck. We'll dump them someplace.
Just 2 more.
Red! Red, come here! Look, cops!
Let's get out of here.
Get your hands up in the cab.
He's flattered in the tires.
We thought we were dealing with professionals.
Oh, they are professionals. And they're going to be paid for the job. Next week's Highway Patrol story is a very unusual one. I hope you'll be with us. Until then, remember, it isn't the car that kills, it's the driver. This is Bradley Crawford saying, see you next week.